Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to SmithersCast.
Recording, and there we go. Okay, so for AA Network, it tends to be more Axis favored, just because the ability to come up here with a little bit more cover and get into behind the buildings over here, behind the point, and sort of settle their OPs and everything, and getting all nice and tidy back here to be able to launch into the point. So with a 30 versus 30 matchup, I'll expect to see a lot of concentration around the hard cap, as opposed to a 49 versus 49, where you see a lot more spread throughout the entire map. And for the allies here, they're going to be diving up ahead, trying to get behind this hedgerow right here. So we're going to see some OPs go down and be put right behind those bushes. And then the Stewie may also push up here. Now 30 versus 30, let's see how much armor they're dedicating. The Greyhound is unused. We'll see the medium come up, and it looks like they're going to roll with one Stewie off of the opening. So a Greyhound, a medium and a Stewie, 2 boot. Okay, and then the rest will be loaded up with infantry. And for the Axis, like I said, they're going to be setting up their nice OPs back there in a nice little safe location, and be all good to go. Already 10 seconds before, and as opposed to a 49, we probably won't see any rocket snipes or truck snipes, I think, in this game. So it's mostly just going to be concentrated around infantry fighting and seeing how it pans out. More rockets flying above. Luke's rolling down here to the bottom. So we were Axis deciding on the... Okay, so they are using the Puma. So Puma and the Luke's rolling up towards the point. ME-109 flies above. And here we go. So Allies moving up towards that hedgerow that I mentioned earlier. There, Ally medium is getting, that's a Stewie that's getting shot, and the Stewie may get taken out here in just a second, and it does. Panzer IV gets the first tank kill of the night. Medium's trying to fire back, but that Panzer IV is going to be well protected behind the hedge, and it'll be just nice and fine and dandy. And we're about to see the first camp here going in favor of SVS. And there we go. There we go. Okay, so map situation, we do have a supply truck from the commander, John, making his way around the far left side, then moving into dugout. So he may look to actually set up some launch carries for the Hamlet here. Still back there with the heavy moving on up. Oh, but we have Pedro moving into the back line to knock out the LI medium. And down she goes. Alrighty, so that's going to give a little bit of armor advantage for the Axis right now. Strong points. Iron Maiden assists. Iron Maiden. Oh, a little bit. Oh, and he knifes him, and he knifes him. Iron Maiden whips out the knife and gets him. I love to see those on stream. A nice little jab in the thigh, and he takes him out. But no, wait, hold on. I think the Tiger's already in position. 76 may have pushed up a little bit too quickly. Panzer IV gets wiped. We do have the Puma right here. Okay, the Puma got a shot in the track of the 76, I think. So that's all it was. That's all it was. Okay, no Tiger. Or could have a perfect shot here. He's going to get the bazooka. Or he's going to get the Panzer Trek out. Gets one side into the shot, but... The 76 crew turns around and turns Pedro into a bunch of little pieces right there. Is that Airhead still alive? No, it is not. Airhead has been taken out. Been all those combing the wheat field, making sure nobody else is there. Just, nope, look at him go. Doing a little bit of extra cleanup work. Another rocket comes in from Pedro, and it ricks off into the stratosphere. Been seeing a lot of those lately. I wonder if they changed some of the mechanics for the rocket onto tank action. So far in this game, we've seen one cap with the AA network going to SVS off of the opening, and now HRB is just slowly trying to set up shop here, figuring out how they best want to attack it. Okay, just a few bodies over here. Looks like SVS should be able to deal with this. We do have 2 SLs though from HRB, so we'll have to see how they, if they're able to stack these OPs inside the point and overload them. Here's a Lotsbomb. So Lotsbomb going on a little bit of a kill streak right here. Plane flies above. That is an allied plane. Camp progress still coming in, surprisingly. But the Allies do have really good position around the point, so if they just win a few frags here, they should be just fine. Let's go take a look over here, see how far that 76 is going. Oh, the 76 got smoked in the wheat field over here. Look at this. 2 more AT players from the Axis making their way around. Oh, man. Man, these deadly Axis AT players tonight. Pedro, Bori, doing some damage. Curious it is here in just a second. But for right now, HRB is really getting some bodies inside of A network. Panzer IV coming up to the point. Will look to just splash around and see what it can get. Especially with those 276s off the board. But my gosh, dudes, HRB have a really good Gary network set up around A network. Rocket comes into the back from NATO onto the P4. If NATO can sink one more shot. Vicente is coming around the corner as well. Sis fires a rocket off in the point. Panzer IV spins around. Bori did fire the MP40, so he has the satchel. Did he maybe put a satchel on the hedge? That would have been huge. Don't see it, though. Don't see it. Rockefeller is still alive there as well. He could be putting a satchel down. Bori, though, sneaks around and comes back in the 76. Bori whips out the satchel, but the tank commander jumps out and guns him down. Oh, there we go. No satchel. Yeah, he did. Satchel on the side of the 76. Bori got it on just in time. Oh, no, the 76 is satcheled. The tank crewmen are going to have to jump out. Pisoni jumps out. So does Sammy. They know they're going to have to double time this defuse. They're going to have a very limited amount of time. Says, oh, and Correa is there to wipe them both out. And that 76 is going to go down here at Cattle Sheds. And whap-up-a-dooey. There we have it. A big slammer-rooney there from another big play from the AT guys on the Axis side here tonight. Let's see if they're able to overwhelm them. This is a Panzer IV over here on the left side. We do have Fleck coming up here. Fleck is going to look to get a satchel on the P4, which is going to be a huge loss for the Axis defense. Fleck, can he do it? Can he do it? He's taking shots. He's taking shots in the back. He's trying to jump. Panzer IV spinning. Tank crewman jumps out. Javazani, the P4. Oh, Fleck trying to get the satchel on. Oh, and he gets gunned down. Oh, just only with a couple shots to the back of Fleck as he got taken out. Perfectly right behind the hedge. Well-placed marker by the commander. Look at that. Perfect coverage right behind the hedge. Alrighty, so let's see how many bodies HRB commits here. So is Maverick coming over here. Marsex is going to look to get a satchel on the hedge, I imagine. 30-second satchel is placed. 30-second satchel is placed. I don't think it's going to be coming on the airhead spawn directly. Cattle Shed's cap is still coming in. Grenade goes off by the airhead. It is still live. One guy comes. Oh, okay, Dutrock comes in, but that satchel is going to obliviate. Okay, Gato's going to try to dismantle. Okay, Gato dismantles it, but that satchel's going to blow into pieces. Okay. Oh, man. Okay, so let's take a look here, everybody. Oh, we do have a Tiger that has parked its ass inside of the one of near the bunker or near the cattle shed, and so, but yeah, it is going to be stranded here for the moment. Zerlotsum is going to look to get a satchel on the Tiger to finish off that nonsense, but the Tiger keeps moving. Tiger keeps moving. Zerlotsum trying to get it up, and he gets split in half, and the body parts roll off the back of the Tiger. Rocket comes into the back, but it ricks. Renan 5551 will look to get another rocket in, and he does! He sinks it, knocking out the Tiger here on Cattle Sheds. And comes in towards the commander of the supply truck. Assuming that's the commander. Take a look. Yep, Commander. Commander John making his way up to the front line in the truck. Truck is a little bit burning right now, but he's okay. HRB still able to get a couple OPs around AA network. And once again, if you're just joining me, I am your host tonight, Smithers, for this Division 8 TPL matchup here in the quarterfinals between SVS and HRB, with SVS taking the opening cap, and pretty much that's it so far. But HRB has had a few good attempts. They're just trying to figure out how exactly you want to approach this going forward. But HRB, John, Commander John, moving up here in AA Network himself. Oh, man. Getting right into the thick of it. Did he drop a box? He did drop a box. Or no, that's a bush. That's a bush behind the truck. Commander John getting right in the middle of A Network, taking matters into his own hands. Wants to see the point for himself. He got sick of looking at his map in the back line. Now he's going to stick himself right in the middle of the strong cap. Pairing. 76 has moved up into the point, so the 76 has gotten into the action. And so it's going to look to shove its big, girthy body inside the point here in just a moment. Okay, let's see where the Axis armor is going to be. Maybe the Allied AT crews have been able to take out some Tigers. We hear a Panzer IV rolling up here. So Panzer IV in the loops, though, is not going to be enough to knock out that 76. Prima Gricio is here, back here, watching, see if SVS tries to flood in from the south. Strafing run comes in, gets a few. And we should see a lot of these bodies here from cattle sheds being flopped to these OPs over here. Maybe a couple just launching from the Garys. This could be the moment where HRB decides to go all in. Zerlotzum is chasing the Lukes, trying to get a satchel on desperately. Two-man Lukes right here. Zerlotzum chasing the Lukes. Maverick. And this situation is looking at dicey, but SVS is doing a really good job of attacking from the rear right here. And I don't think that HRB is going to expect this. The 76 is still on point, I think. Yes, it is. Over to the left side of our screen. And these AT players on the Axis are going to zoom in to get this. Artillery round comes down, though, on the 76. Marsic could have a huge play right here. Marsic through the smoke. 76 stops here. Marsic is going to be able to get the satchel on, and he does. Look at that. He gets it on. Look at that. That is a play. That must be the play of the game so far. The 76 anchoring the point. Airhead falls right on the 76. So that satchel is going to get the airhead and the 76. That is a big wham bam shabammo here tonight for Marsix. Nice job, buddy. Nice job. Good heads up play from SVS attacking from the rear. Not just trying to push straight north towards the strong point, and down she goes. Airhead and the 76, 2-for-1 deal for Marsix. Nice job, buddy. Nice, hell of a job. Alrighty, bomber run came in for the Allies, but I don't think it's going to be enough for the moment. HRB infantry flooding towards the point. Wait and see. Tank crewman jumps out. Small wave comes in for SVS, and this Stewie may be rolling right in the middle, but Pignol is right there with the rockets and takes care of it. Puma trying to splash around it. Tank crewman jumps out along with the other T crewman. Flippity guns one down with the pistol. And Chaos will look to gun down the machine gunner. Iron Maiden up there on the roof, but the Puma gets popped. But good job to the Axis tank crew to jump out and really try to just mop up infantry before they knew they were going to die. Bomber run comes over the point from SVS. It's going to get got a nice little chunk there. So SVS playing a little bit on the back foot, but cattle sheds progress is coming in. 76 sounds like they took a rickshaw back here. Tank crewmen utilizing their life and running to find Gary's maybe. John still hanging out in this bush. This is John's bush. From now on, everybody, this is John's bush. He owns that bush. That is his real estate. He's going to build a house on that one day. No matter what goes on around him, all around him, John stays in that bush. Oh, and a rocket comes into the back from Ariel. And that'll wipe out that 76 thrust inside the point. Alrighty, and cab progress goes back in favor of SVS. What a teeter-totter battle we have going on here between cattle sheds and A Network. In here, settling in. Spawn wave still in these trenches here for the Allies. Trying to make a good... Oh, flamethrower action again! There we go! I think we just saw dual flamethrower action. You'll love to see it. Love the flamethrower being used here tonight. Yateson tries to jump in the trench, but Axel was there to gun him right down the back. More... More flamethrower action from Dutra here. And he gets it. Right before the spawn wave, though. Right before the spawn wave. So the 1SL there is going to be able to move off of it. They may not know that Gary was destroyed, though. It happened so instantaneous. Noob coming around the corner. Constacio wipes another OP. But he gets gunned down. But man, what a big value he was able to provide right there. Moving on to the point. Let's see here if that medium is still alive. Remember, we just saw the P4 push up. Is the medium still alive? The medium has relocated to the other side of the point, actually. Been marked. Rocket comes into the back. This is Correa coming around the corner. Oh, no. This was, I think he was gunned down. Oh, no. Oh, it just sails over its head. Who was that? That was Bori. Barry misses the shot there on the medium. Lines up for the other rocket, and he sinks it. Nice job by Bori there, nailing the shot on the LI medium. HRB sending more bodies to the hard cap right here. Getting some pretty good presence. Oh. Looks like the Panzer IV got satcheled. It's going to be a nice, big loss here for SVS on the defensive side. Cap progress coming in on cattle sheds. More flamethrower action coming up here from Pignol. Flaming the dead body of Dutra just to make sure that he's indeed dead. Ariel's going to line up with another one, maybe to the Achilles heel, the 76. He's going to fire. Breaks off the front of it. But still, a rocket fired is better than a rocket not fired. As it warns the tank crew that, hey, there's AT nearby, buddy. So the 76 will get out of dodge here and look to just keep supporting the infantry push. But SVS is doing a fantastic job of spawning back en masse when they need to and preventing them from really getting too much pressure on the point. Cap progress begins once again on 80 Network. I don't think there's been a 5-minute span where we haven't seen cap progress on 80 Network. Bombing run has been called in. This looks like it's going to be an Axis bombing run. Oh, airhead has also been called in behind the point. A bombing run. Will it land just in time on that airhead? Oh, I think it will. Oh, and the airhead gets instantly destroyed. That 76 will be tracked as well, taking a hit from that bombing run. They know the enemy is attacking, and they say, you know what? I'm not going to go ahead to cattle sheds just by my lonesome. I'm going to circle right back around and shoot those guys right in the back as they're pushing forward. So big heads-up play there by those guys. And it looks like the last little pocket here of HRB is going to be wiped. Their OP's gone. 76 still in support, but it's going to be on a little bit of an island here in a moment. Jason O 101 is coming around the corner. He's going to get a satchel on the track. Oh no, what happened? Oh no, he's going to get ran over. Oh, Puma's back here as well. 76 was probably warned about the Puma and started to circle back around. Jason 101 is trying to get the satchel on. Rocket comes in and gets Jason. Oh my gosh. Puma's still trying to ram the 76. Trying to get a rear shot. 76 is dancing, but it takes a rocket in the back. 76 is looking for the Puma. Puma gets out of dodge and heads elsewhere. Rojo is coming up here to get a satchel on the 76. Another rocket comes into the side from Jiracho. From Gomez. This 76 is busting out all the moves to take away from these 18 players. Triple rockets on the 76. Almost quadruple. Holy smokes, this 76 is taking a beating. How the 76 made it out of that, I have no idea. But man, what a dance that was, considering all the rockets, the AT players, the Puma. Oh, but they did get satcheled. Oh, Jason did get his satchel on after all. And down goes the 76. I didn't think that he got it on, but man, oh, they almost got out of that too. Oh, what a shame, what a shame. Mar 6 is coming up. He gets gunned down, and the Puma gets satcheled. Ready, 26-30. Cap progress going in favor of HRB once again. 76 rolling up to the top left of our map right here. Wallace goes down right there in the top of our screen. HRB does have significant cap pressure, though. It's going towards the 80% mark. SVS is going to need a full sector callback right here. The bodies are coming in, but I don't think it's going to be enough, and we could see our first recap of the game. We hear the tanks in the distance trying to rush up to the point, but I think it's going to be a little bit too late. HRB, can they do it? Can they do it? And we have the first cap for HRB this game. There we go, everybody. And allow the infantry over there to the top right of our screen to come in from the back. Rocket comes into the side. Oh, Pasoka! Pasoka gets on top of the Tiger. The tank crewman gets out, and he guns him down. But Pasoka gets split in half right there. Taking one to the rib cage for the Tiger. Oh, but no, the 76 was waiting for him. The 76 was waiting for him. Oh, the Tiger looked like they're going to get out of dodge, too. All right, so HRB 76 comes up clutch here tonight with a big kill here. And now it's going to be able to dominate this point with HE shells. It's just non-stop. It's just non-stop. Flamethrower action coming in from Pasoka. Getting a few in the trench. Flamethrower. Oh, they're going to be burning a little bit. They're going to be burning. More flamethrower action over here from Pasoka. Getting a few kills. Making his way up into the trench. Oh. He's going to look to use a flamethrower once again right here. Jump to the trench with Matt. He's going to use it. He's going to use it. And Matt goes. Oh, Pasoka with the flamethrower once again. Rocking it here tonight. Love to see the dedication, buddy. All right, so just a quick recap, everybody. For those of you just joining the stream, we are 21 minutes away from seeing who will be this quarterfinals victor. And so far tonight, we've seen two caps with SVS taking a network off of the opening and holding it for almost pretty much an hour. And HRB just had a bunch of almost caps scenarios there during that whole time. But they finally were able to break through and take out some key spawns for SVS and capture a network for them. And this has been an absolute slugfest, perhaps one of the biggest slugfests I've ever had on the history of SmithersCast. Throw action here. Pasoka going into the trench, and he's buzzing it out. There he goes, Pasoka. He's going to look to get Maverick here in a second, and Maverick. Pasoka. I love to see it, buddy. But the 76, oh no, that was the repair station. Repair station is up. Okay, repair station just got destroyed by a couple rockets. See any satchel players around. Trying to flame the front of it. Mar6 trying to block its vision. Where's the Axis AT, guys? Where's the Axis AT? Okay, we have Maverick coming over here. Maverick's going to look to line up a rocket to finish off this burning medium. I think it'll just take one rocket in the back. Let's see. Maverick's going to line up here and... Okay, one rocket in the booty. He's going to need one more. Going to need one more. And he's going to line up here in just a second. And Maverick. And whap-a-dooey. Maverick gets the medium kill here on A network. No real Garys up to support. We have these Garys in the east, but looks like one of them is about to get taken out by SVS. 76 pops the transport truck. Hey, oh, look at that. SVS making their way in the back here. Making their way in the back. They're going to get a couple OPs over here and be able to launch attacks from the behind. And I don't think HRB is going to see this coming. Dutra over here. It's a peek at the corner. He's going to see a few right in his face. Pignol. Mar6 throws a grenade. I think. Smoke grenade, maybe. All of a sudden, though, look at how many bodies from HRB are going behind the point. Dutra rocking the flamethrower, getting a couple in the trenches. The commitment to the flamethrower from both sides is very respectable. 76 is burning back here. 76 is a burning. We're going to have Ariel coming into the back of the 76 and wipes it out. That's going to be a big loss here in the final 10 minutes. Do they have enough fuel? They will have enough fuel. Commander may need to convert some munitions and manpower to get one more 76 on the board for the Allies. They are just well entrenched on the attack right now. Their defense has done a fantastic job of sniffing out the HRB's push. And HRB is doing a good job, though, of getting their Garys up in the back line. So we do have this one Gary by Gardens. So this complex up here, known as Gardens. And then we'll look to get another Gary to the west somewhere, maybe towards the hill, and then one more to the east. And they should be set for the final 9 minutes of the game. Tiger pushing up here. Does have a few bodies chasing him. Constancio could have a big AT round here to engine the Tiger. One rocket goes in. Oh, but it ricks off the back. And the Tiger will continue pushing on, trying to get out of dodge here. SL's probably trying to warn the 76 that, hey, there's that Tiger pushing up over here to the left. Rockefeller coming into the back, though. Rockefeller trying to sneak up on the 76. Rocket just short of the Tiger. And the Tiger will continue on its way towards the hard cap. Tiger takes one shot to the gut from the 76. Infantry still chasing. Whoa, the rocket comes into the back. That was NATO. Sinks it. Either NATO or Constancio, one of them sinks it and destroys the last Tiger for the push. And that's going to be a hurt. It's gonna be a big loss here in the final 6 minutes. SVS is not out of it yet, but that's gonna be something big to overcome. Oh, what do we have here? We have a Luke's trying to flip one of the 76s to disarm it. And here we go. The dance starts, everybody. The Luke's trying to get underneath the 76. Diamond trying to flip it. We have seen it on stream before where a Luke's flips the 76. But the 76 is going to turn around in vengeance. And, oh, no, misses. The other shot comes in from the other 76. And the 76 is a sitting duck. And, wababadooey, down she goes. Airhead is spawned. How much will HRB commit to the airhead? Will they decide to commit the kitchen sink and seal this once and for all? To secure their place to move on here in the playoffs. Spawn wave comes in for HRB. The commander just may say, go, go, go. Get everybody on there. Oh, what a nice rocket from NATO. Wipes out the full spawn wave for the defensive crew. And that may seal it for Hamlet. That may just seal it. They're nearing the 50% mark here for the cap. Loth is right here on point. He's the last remaining SL. More bodies come in for HRB, and they're looking to close this out. This isn't a feint. This is a full-on airhead. They're going to say, you know what? We're done screwing around. We don't want to risk it for the biscuit. Or we do want to risk it for the biscuit. And get Hamlet away from SVS here. Or you want to walk away tonight with a 4-1 victory. They do have a Gary set up, so they could go for the 5-0. But they would have to start launching into the 5th point. Yeah, look at that. They're stacking the point. Look at that. They're playing smart here. They're like, you know what? Let's get this, boys. Let's get this. And look at that. They were about to see HRB go up 4-1 here on SMDM. I don't think the full spawn wave is going to be enough for the sector. I don't think it will be. And there we go. HRB goes up 4-1 here on SMDM. And that will seal their victory here tonight.